Are you trying to figure out how to get things done? Are you trying to look for knowledge that can actually help you do something, be better at what you do? Hi, I'm Joyce Mbaya, founder of Zydii, where we provide affordable online courses for Africa. This is the place for you, the Zydii podcast, where we have inspiring conversations with amazing people. And the ultimate goal is to help you know more so you can do more. How do we handle complaints? Because you know what? In an ideal world, customers would love us. It would be rainbows and sunshine and everything is good. But you know what? Mistakes happen. Mistakes happen. I'm sure you've made a few already. And when mistakes happen, that's normal. It's part of business. But it's very, very critical how we handle those mistakes. That's what makes the difference between giving a good experience again and a negative one. And you know what? Some of our best customers, I can tell you some of my best customers are customers who I made mistakes with. You know why? The way you handle the mistake can even end up making the customer closer to you than if you not even made the mistake at all. Meaning, mistakes are never the problem. Guess what, guys? Customers don't get frustrated by the mistake. They get frustrated by the way we handle the mistake. You hear me? So don't feel like you made a mistake. Oh my gosh, it's the end of the world. No. Once you make the mistake, it's going to happen. Let me just tell you. The thing is, how are you handling the mistake? The way you handle the mistake can actually make the customer even feel like this is part of that amazing experience that you're getting. And they actually don't even pay attention to the mistake. So how do you handle complaints? Customers will complain. There's a trick I like using, and it's a model called L.E.A.R.N. So the initials are L.E.A.R.N. If you remember L.E.A.R.N., L.E.A.R.N is actually a model or a tool, easy to remember when you're dealing with a customer complaint. So I'm going to run through or walk you through L.E.A.R.N very quickly and just explain it in terms of understanding those five. Are they five? L-E-A-R-R-N. 5 steps that you can follow to ensure that you handle customer complaints efficiently. So the L.E.A.R.N model is made up of 5 key letters. L-E-A-R-N. I've said that before, right? So L is for listen. E is for empathize, A is for apologize, R is for resolve, and N is for notify. So how does this apply? And I'll just give you my own example, because guess what? I've made mistakes too. I remember when we were handling one of our corporate clients, and you know, like I said, I'm in training, so we're actually going to do a training for them. And when you're doing training, there are different aspects involved in the logistics. One key part of training, and you know you guys have gone through this with classroom trainings, there's a book you're given, you know, where you have to take notes. It has all the notes of the training. We call it the workbook. So we usually have to print and prepare workbooks for our clients. And this is something very important. It usually has the client's logo, you know, something professionally done. And so this client came at the last minute. Are you already seeing? The mistake is not all ours. But they came and they gave us 1 week, and we had a huge group of people to train. But we ran with it with the team. We worked on the workbooks, we printed the materials. Everything was done. You know, there we were on Monday morning, shows up, me, the trainer, ready for the show, you know, to do the training, feeling excited. And then one of the directors and the one who handles HR, because they're the ones who handle the training, casually walks up. You know, there's no moments we are prepping. The materials have been placed on everyone's table. You know, guys are walking in, and they come up to me and they're like, why is there a different logo on our workbook? Hey, have you ever felt your heart just... And you know, I'm in business. I'm watching a corporate client. And now, the other thing I tell business owners, you're always in the line of fire, because I'm not the one who prepared the materials. But what the team had done, you know, this story of copy-pasting, guys, it's very dangerous. So whatever copy-pasting had happened in preparing the materials, they forgot, imagine, to swap the client logo. Tell me if it was you. A client, a professional client, and you put the logo of another company. It's like the ultimate insult, the pain involved. So there I was, caught with my mouth open, you know, not knowing. I'm like, oh my God, you know, and I immediately saw the issue. And that wasn't the only issue. There were also mistakes in the workbook. Basically, guys just dropped the ball. They did this thing in a hurry. They just did not cross-check the work. It was a disaster. And we printed many. By then, we spent money. But in that moment, I mean, she was not, and I can tell this is someone who's older than me. I'll even give you the situation. She's very senior in the company. So when she walked up to me, she was not being nice about it, you know, and she was like, this is unprofessional. In fact, she said, this is completely unacceptable. She went into a lecture, like I'm a child, you know, telling me about why is this happening. And so the first process kicks in, L.E.A.R.N. I was like, L.E.A.R.N, we have to leave my verdict, you know, what I'm teaching. And L.E.A.R.N help came in. And how do you apply L.E.A.R.N in that situation? Step 1 is what? Listen. When she walked up to me, I didn't interrupt her. You know, most of us start saying, oh my God, I'm sorry, you know, what happened? Listen. Let the person, no matter how painful it is, even if that was so more or lecture I was getting, I had to let her get it out. So she explained it, and said a lot of things. Some of them were painful. Oh, I just thought you've been doing. When people are mad or frustrated, they say a lot of hurtful things, and I just had to take it in. Why? I've made a mistake. I have to be humble. This is not the time to be on my high horse and start saying, oh, you guys gave us the job at the last minute, eh? Some of you do that. So I don't know why you're expecting, So listen. I listened, and it's like, get it all out. Talk. So you let the customer just let them say everything. But then we already say, to be sure someone has finished their point, wait until there's a pause in the conversation. So don't interrupt. That's what it means to listen. So she has to finish her whole story. So she told me everything. It was like a good, 5 minutes was a long. She just talked, and I did not even interrupt. This was me. Yeah. That's it. I'm not even saying, sorry, I'm just listening. Then step 2 kicks in. When she was done, when she took a pause, when I have my moment where I can come in, don't come in to explain. Come in to do what? Apologize. Now remember, am I the one who printed the workbooks? But am I responsible? Yes. So the other thing I want to teach you is, it doesn't matter if the mistake was yours or your team members or your colleagues. You always apologize on behalf of the company, because in that moment, you represent the business. So even if the mistake wasn't yours, the customer is in front of you, they are mad, someone has to take ownership and accountability. So step up, just say, I apologize, and be sincere. And don't even start giving explanations at that point. Just say, I am so sorry, which is what I said. This is completely unacceptable. I understand why you're annoyed. I can't even believe this has happened. I have no words to express how apologetic I am and how sorry I am for this. This is not the way we conduct our business. I'm going to try and find out what happened. But first, I just want you to know I am truly, truly, truly sorry. Everything you've said is true. I owe you better. Take that, humble pie, and just apologize. After you apologize, that's E, right? The next thing is empathizing. Sorry, I flipped it. So empathize and apologize come together. Sorry, guys. So listen, empathize. Empathizing and apology. Empathizing is I feel what you feel. So empathizing is what I was saying, where I understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling. You're correct. I agree with you. I take responsibility. So listen, empathize, and apologize come together. You have to be sorry, feel it, express it, and then say it. I hope I've not lost you there, okay? Next step is to resolve. So remember, all this time, have I offered a solution? I'm just accepting the mistake, letting the customer vent, letting the emotions kick in, letting my own sorry kick in. Then I attempt a solution. And to resolve, remember now it has to be quick. So for me it was, we're going to completely, in the next moment, I'm going to call my team, we're going to reprint all the workbooks. Everyone will have new workbooks by the afternoon. It's not an extra cost. We take full responsibility. We'll even make the workbooks better. I'll throw in an extra, whatever you need to say, to make the customer feel you have adequately solved the situation. And there's urgency in this. Sometimes if your solution is going to take long, come up with like the quick fix. That thing of, I can do this immediately as we try and sort the long-term issue. But try to make sure the customer doesn't leave feeling like, I'm going to consult and then I'll come back to you when they're mad. And no, there has to be something you give them in that moment, and then you say, we'll continue to work on the situation and ensure that it's fully resolved. So resolve, sort it out. Make sure they leave feeling, someone is working on my problem. Finally, notify. When the whole situation has been solved, don't assume, like for me, workbooks came, but it was very stressful. I actually hired an external person to do it. I didn't even go to my team because I knew the production time has to be quick. So got a company, sent whatever, I was doing that in between my breaks, corrected, gave them what to print, they printed, we'll deal with the costs later. But after all that is done, you still have to come back and close it by telling the customer, hey, this is what I've done, the situation has been solved, everyone has a new workbook, we've taken away the old workbooks, so notify and let them know. It's like close the issue. Some of us, after we sort it out, we move on. Maybe the customer is still waiting to hear, are we done? So notify the customer is telling them, hey, I've done it, this is what I've done, solve the situation, and it's not going to happen again, and we're good, right? So remember, listen, let them talk and express themselves, empathize, I feel what you feel, I understand, therefore I apologize and I take full responsibility, and then resolve, give them a solution, and then notify. Tell them how you've sorted the situation and close it out. So if you use this formula, it's a good way to handle complaints. If you keep remembering L.E.A.R.N, whenever you're stuck with a customer, you'll actually be able to sort it out.
This week's episode has come to an end, but the fun doesn't have to stop here. If you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, head over right now to Twitter and Facebook and like and share, comment, get involved. Let us know what you think, what you want to learn next, and join us next time.